Okay, so we're now getting to the point where we want to memorize our basic multiplication facts. We're not going to worry so much about the zeros, ones, and twos, but we're going to worry about threes and higher. But we are going to use the zeros, ones, and twos to kind of help get us started. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with the threes. So I'm going to start with 0 times 3 equals, and we know anything times 0 is 0, right? 1 times 3 equals, and you know anything times 1 is the other number, so in this case it's 3. 2 times 3 equals, we know when we multiply by 2 we simply double the other number, so that's 6. Okay, and then you move on to 3 times 3. Now if you don't know the answer, all you got to do is look at the repeated addition that's taking place. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. Okay? Adding numbers together, you were supposed to have learned in first grade, right? So I would assume that everyone's capable of doing that. Okay? So the next one would be 4 times 3 equals, and even if you don't know it, you just add 3 to this, and that would be 12. You see how that works? And then you just move on to 5 times 3 equals 15. 12 plus 3 more is 15. 6 times 3 equals 18. 7 times 3 equals 21. 8 times 3 equals 24. 9 times 3 equals 27. Okay, we won't go on to 10s and 11s and 12s because right now I just want to work on mastering zeros through 9. Okay, but you do that for all your threes, and you can see how the pattern helps you. You can even do this mentally in your head. When I was a kid, when I was baling hay with my dad, in between unloading loads in the barn, he would quiz me, and I would just say them all in my head, just like that. And then in no time at all, I knew all my multiplication facts. It was simply from getting the practice. Okay, so now we've got all the threes. Now we can do the same thing with fours. Okay, so of course you start with 0 times 4. That equals 0. 1 times 4. That equals 4. 2 times 4. That equals 8. 3 times 4. Now if you don't know it, you can just follow the pattern. Plus 4, plus 4 more, plus 4 more from 8 would be 12. Okay, 4 times 4, plus 4 more, right? That would be 16. 5 times 4 equals 20. 6 times 4 equals 24. 7 times 4 equals, remember, all you got to do is keep adding 4 repeatedly. 28. 8 times 4 equals 32. And 9 times 4 equals 36. Okay, so you've done your threes, you've done your fours. What number do you think you would do next? Correct, you would do your fives. And then you go all the way through to 9 times 5. And then after that, you would do your sixes, starting with 0 times 6. And you would go all the way through to 9 times 6. Then you would do your sevens, starting with 0 times 7. And then you would write them all the way through until 9 times 7. Then you would do your eights, starting with 0 times 8. And you write them all the way through until you get to 9 times 8. And then lastly, you do your nines. Start with 0 times 9 and do them all the way through until you get to 9 times 9. And if you can go through that, that's really going to help you. You can even go through the whole process more than once. Obviously, the more practice you get, the better you're going to be at it. So this is getting to the time where we need to really start memorizing it. So the more practice you get, the more you will memorize it. And that's what I want you to work on for today as far as the multiplication.